hate you, Burgess.
Chatting Tracks. Let's talk music.
Hi, it's Chatting Tracks. I'm Robbie. Let's talk music. Let's talk music indeed. Welcome to today's episode. Now, if you love music, this is definitely the place for you because we look at all sorts of genres of music. So I've had my channel now properly for about 9 months. It's been there about a year, but I've probably started pumping into it for about the last 9 months and focuses on it. And I just love doing it. I think it's the greatest fun. I get to listen to lots of music from lots of different styles and genres. And most people, when I put a video up, are really warm and they're welcoming and then say, welcome to this band and all that sort of stuff. And then some people aren't, so helpful. They put up I'm not going to say negative comment, but it's, constructive criticism and they're on their part. Negative comments. But, everyone's got an opinion. The idea is just because you like an artist and I don't like an artist, it doesn't mean I'm wrong. It doesn't mean you're right. It's an open void. Everyone can talk about what they want. I'm not an Oasis fan, but I respect Oasis fans for liking them. I get why they like them. Because even if I don't like a band, I'll listen to at least one album of theirs or two or three or the back catalogue to find out why I don't like them. So that way I can say to you, I don't like them because A, B, C, D, and E. I don't just go, no, don't like that. I don't write it off like that. And that's how I do it. So I've been doing the video for about a year and I've had some negative comments. No, constructive criticism. And I thought we'd go through a few of these. Okay, let's have a look first up. What have we got? This is from the Deep Purple video. Someone says, I basically said, I'm not sure who's on guitar and keyboards. And this person, I'm not going to name him. If you want to read it, it's up to you. It says, Don Airdrie, guitar, Simon McBride. All you have to do is look it up on the internet. Now, that's very true. I could do that. But I like to rely on the old grey matter. Because sometimes, it's too easy just to Google. I like to go through stuff and try and work it out myself. Who's in, you just know a face. You think, who is that? And then I want to go through my brain and try and work it out. So when I'm doing the videos, I do them completely live. I just play them and I watch them with you for the first time. Half the time, I've not researched it and I've not Googled it. I've just played the video and I want that first impression to hit me. So I don't do it. So that's a fair enough comment. Maybe I should do a little bit of that, but not in this instance. Okay, the second one now is from the same Deep Purple video. I'm going to do them in the video to make life easier for you. Mate, seriously, you can't even get the name of the track correct. It's not The Portable Door, it's just Portable Door. There is no The. You know what, that is more than fair enough. I do that all the time. I always say The. It's like a mental tick I've got. I cannot not do that. I just go The every single time. It's just this thing. I think once you're set in your ways like I am, it just becomes habit and you can't help it. Anyway, thanks for commenting. He is right. I should say Portable Door, not the in front. Anyway, let's ignore that. So why did you place a photo from a different video into the one you're going to use as a thumbnail? Now, that's actually a fair comment again. These aren't negative yet, are they? But I'm going to get there in a minute. They're saying that I should use better sort of video pictures. And I did do that. I did look at it and go, you know what, that person's right. So that is constructive. That's not negative. That is constructive. And that's the stuff I like. But we're going to get onto negative stuff in a second. Anyway, let's carry on. Okay, so this one was from a Paul McCartney video. He released the track Hell on Wheels ahead of the Band on the Run box set that was coming out, and I'd not seen the video. I heard the single somehow. I'd never even heard it. So on the front, I put me doing the Wings thing, and it just sort of says Hell on Wheels, hidden gem, that sort of thing. And someone's put, so basically this is a clickbait reaction video. It's not a clickbait one. I told you exactly what it was in the title. In the title said, reviewing Hell on Wheels or something like that. I told you exactly what is in the title. This is not clickbait. I wasn't saying Paul McCartney's new secret and then put it on there. Like, a lot of people said this track's been around since 1974. You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. Some people are so polite about it. They go, oh no, actually it's been around. You just missed it. And then some people just have a go at you like that. So, fair enough. Anyway, we're going to get into the real juicy stuff in a minute. Don't worry. So this one is from a band that I absolutely love called the Lemon Twigs. I'm going to go and see them live again in September, and I've seen them live. They're two brothers. They're amazingly talented. This person says, I think all these people comparing them to the Beatles or the Beach Boys is such a lazy comparison. They have tons of new elements to their new and old songs you wouldn't hear that from the Beatles or the Beach Boys. So the Lemon Twigs are two brothers, Michael and Brian Daddario. They're amazingly talented. Their albums are fantastic. Their new one just dropped recently, and it's the best they've ever done. Seen them twice live. Great band. Very 60s psychedelic pop is the way they're going now. But they're two brothers that do multi-harmony. So on the front, I asked, is this the new Beach Boys? That's all I said is it the new Beach Boys? And it's, I need people to click to look to see what they think. But that track sounded very Beach Boys influenced. It had lots of multi-layers, and their two brothers multi-layering the vocals, which is what the Beach Boys did. You can throw their cousin and their mate in there if you want to make it a 5-piece. But the point is that's exactly what they were doing in these videos. So it's just difficult. I said in the video as well, it's a lazy comparison to compare them to the Beach Boys, but it's very similar to that style for people that don't know anything other, because a lot of people said, they sound like a band called the Raspberries. Now, I didn't even know the Raspberries. I had to go back and find their back catalogue and have a look myself. And the Raspberries are fantastic. Eric Carmen, I think, was in the Raspberries, it turns out. And yeah, the Raspberries are great. And they're right, it sounds just like the Raspberries. Now, instead of just saying that, people have to be really sort of funny about it. And that's the shame when people can't say, look, you know, I get what you're saying, but it's more like the Raspberries. That, or, you know, I respect that more. Anyway, let's carry on. So this one's about the Libertines. They just released a new track and a new album's on the way. And I really like the track. Now, what I always do, like I said at the start, I play the video and I like to just go with it. You know, if you've got a record come through and it had a white label on it, you play it, you get your own impressions of what you think it's about, your own ideas, and you interpret it your own way. And this is exactly what I do with the videos. I play them. I don't do any research. I just play them flat and then see what happens and what I get from them going. And I said, well, maybe because Pete was living in France at the time, it's to do with sort of the war and all that sort of stuff, because I know he likes that sort of stuff a little bit. He's interested in history, isn't he? And someone put on there with maybe just a touch of research, the Albion Rooms, which is what I thought it was about, is on the Eastern Esplanade of Margate, so fuck all to do with war or Normandy. Now, that's fine, you know, I got it wrong, and that's more than fair enough. But yeah, again, there's no need to be aggressive about it, is there? I'm just guessing, and I'm just working it out as I go. So yeah, more stuff. Anyway, we're going to get into the real juicy stuff now, the stuff that really cuts nasty. So because I like to look at all genres and see what's going on, Beyonce released a track called Texas Hold'em, and I looked at that single. Now, I got a lot of negative comments off of this one, a few nice ones, but a lot of negative ones, because all I said is that I think the style is wrong. It had nothing to do with Beyonce at all. I just think the style that she was singing in is wrong, and I said all they should do is strip it back and have her in a band, because her voice is amazing, and then maybe do it that way. It would have made a much more hard-hitting track. I think it would have been a lot better. Evidently, a lot of people thought I was wrong about that, and that's absolutely fine. But it's, yet again, some people have put these comments down, which we're going to go through now, and some person just said, she released another track called 6-String Cartridges. I think that's what you're looking for. Simple, easy, nice, and done. This person says, excuse me, sir, this is a real country song. It's at the top of the country music chart and has its own line dance. Well, that does make it a proper country song then, doesn't it? If it was a different artist singing, I think your opinion would be different as to whether or not it's a real country song. Now, I'm not sure how to take that comment. I'm really not sure how to take that comment at all, because it does imply that I'm a certain kind of person that I'm definitely 100% I'm not. And I was quite offended by this one. This one actually I found really, really offensive. And I was going to complain about this person and say, look, you know, you have no right to say that. You don't know me at all. But the point is as well, like anything with text, you can't read the connotation of the words. So I don't know if that's what this person genuinely means. But either way, what that person said was, in my interpretation, it was calling me something that I'm definitely not. And I found that very offensive. So that one I really didn't like. Yeah, people can call me all sorts of names and say, you're wrong, dickhead, and things like that. That's absolutely fine. But that sort of stuff, I just don't tolerate. And this from the same video. This is country music, okay? British man who doesn't know nil about country. Now, that's fair enough, because you know me really well and you don't know anything about my history. But let me tell you a little bit about it. So, I had the most amazing childhood. My dad was in a band. This one, it was a country and western band called Homer. There's my dad, who I miss every single day, right there. And this is his country band. There was many versions of it. And I spent my entire childhood in a van, going up and down the country, listening to all sorts of country and all sorts of music, and just having the best time. I had the best childhood. Like, you know, I didn't sort of spend the weekend playing football. I was listening to music and watching my dad there play drums, and I just had the best time. It was amazing. But the point I'm trying to make is that my dad's played a lot of country to me, and I heard a lot of country live with different artists coming in from America and all sorts of places. But what's interesting is my dad's band were formed in the late 70s, early 80s, and they did a lot of that country from that time, which was countrypolation, for people that don't know. And there's a lot of strings on it, and it was very smooth sounding. It wasn't sort of like back to the Dust Bowl days sort of sound. And I didn't want to mention this in the video, which I didn't. I didn't want to approach it and say, you know what, you know, I actually know a lot about country because X, Y, and Z, because I was going to come in with the opinion of that period of country, if that makes any sense. So I never mentioned it in the video that my dad was a musician. I never mentioned that I've listened to a lot of country. Do I like country? It's okay. I'm not a huge fan, but it's okay. I can listen to it and enjoy it. But would I go and buy it? Probably not. But, you know, it's just, you know, you always rebel against your parents' music. So, you know, it's very fine to say, you know, I don't know anything about it, but I'm also allowed to have an opinion, and that's what you're forgetting. So, you know, I know a lot of country music. I've heard a lot of country music, but I also am allowed to have an opinion on it as well. So there you go. And from the same video, listen to the non-American talk about how uncountry-like this song is until she starts screaming is hilarious. Okay, a bit of a full stop in that sentence is needed, I think. Anyway, what I was saying is in the track that it's an R&B track, in my opinion, with country flavour. That's what it is. And I sort of said there's a bit where it needed to really get going, like really start pounding and go. And it didn't do it. And I said it's a real shame because I think they missed out on it. They should have really just slammed the vocals. And there was a bit where you could have got like like someone said in the previous comment there, it's got a line dance where I felt it needed like a sort of thing, and it wasn't there. And it's a shame because it should have been there. And that's all I said, And of course, what? So because I'm not American, I'm not allowed to talk about country and have an opinion. Is that right? So only American people can have a comment on country music? Is this how it works? Evidently, according to this person. Anyway, next comment. And this comment from another person. I love this country music by Beyonce. Another gatekeeper for country music. Didn't say that. I just said I didn't like the style. I didn't say she shouldn't be doing country at all. I just said the style was wrong for me. It's really strange. It seems that everybody watched that video and they either watched it and then didn't form an opinion, like that's based on what I said, or they just commented on the comments. No one actually... There was a few people on there that said, actually, this 16 Candles track, I think, is the one you're after. You should maybe take a look at that rather than this one, because this is completely different. And I was like, thanks very much. That's all you had to say. Thanks very much. But it's a real shame that, people sit behind a keyboard and sort of don't have a look at it properly and go, you know what, I get his point, but I don't get his point, and actually put a valid comment. They just want to have a go at you for having an opinion. I was like, well, you make a video then, you do this. You know what I mean? I've got a daytime job. I work full time and I still do this because I love music and I want to talk about music. That's why I do these things. You know what I mean? It simply comes down to that. We all love music. That's why we watch these videos. But the idea is you put a constructive criticism on it, not a sort of negative, just I'm going to have a go because I can. That's not what it's about. And even if someone asked me to critique their channel or their video, I'd do the same. I would never go, that's crap. You know what I mean? You would say, look, I think maybe this would be better and that will work better. That's all you want in life. But, it's a learning curve for me because I started the channel and I thought it's a music community. Everybody's going to love to talk about music, and whether I'm right or wrong, everyone will be fair. Evidently, I'm wrong. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a little video on some of the comments I've got over the last year that have been really interesting. But please don't flood me with hater comments now. That's not what it's about. It's just sharing what I have to put up with as making videos. I don't get paid for this at all. I don't make any money. And, I missed a comment. I've got to show you. So this last one is really interesting, and this gets my point across. I discovered a new band called Bandmate. Someone suggested it to me. I had a look at the video. I absolutely loved it. I think they're great. And I made the video and I was sharing it on Facebook saying, I just found this band. You know who they are. What should I listen to? Are they good? And someone come back with this. These influencers just make everything worse. They live for clickbaits, right or wrong. Sharing their shit, you make them money. They don't care about the band you might like, just their money. Now, I'm going to tell you a fact. I don't make any money from this channel. I do not make any money. And I'll tell you why. Because I do music videos. So as it stands at the moment, if you cover an artist of any kind, they get your money because it's their copyright. And I'm fine with that. They're trying to work on it so it might be a 50-50 deal or, 60-30, something like that. But at the minute, I don't make any money. I've not made a penny out of my channel in an entire year. Absolutely not. So it's all very well for these people to say these sorts of things, but they've got no idea what goes on behind the back end. I do this channel because I love music. I love music. In fact, I want to swear for the first time on one of my videos, I love music. That's why I do this. I love discovering new bands. I love discovering new albums, new singles. I just love music. It's constantly on in my house. You can see by my collection behind me, I'm constantly buying. I'm not some person that sits there, listens to Spotify, shares it and goes, listen to what I like now, and now pay me money. Not at all. I make no money from these videos. I do it for the pure love of it and finding new artists, new bands, or maybe a re-release for an old band that I don't know anything about. That's why I do these videos. Anyway, I wanted it to do a reaction video. It sounds like I'm doing a rant now. But I think when you're passionate about something and people are just having a go, you're going to fight back a little bit and say, oi, knock it off, aren't you? Anyway, I've been Robbie. This has been Chatting Tracks. If I get any more comments, I might do another one. But like I said earlier, don't flood me with hate comments just to be on this video. I might look at some more. But thanks for joining me. If you've not done it yet, please subscribe to this channel because then I get to talk about music like I was saying just now. And I love talking about music all day. And you never know, I might actually make some money one day. That would be nice. Then I get to do this all the time. If you've already done it, thank you so much. You're an absolute legend and you get me closer to the dream. As this video's done, I'm sitting on about 800 subscribers. I want to hit 1,000 in a couple of weeks. So if you can help me out with that, you'd be brilliant. Anyway, yeah, this has been the new video. I'll see you on the next one. Love and peace.